It is 8:05 and we had a 5-minute wait on the safari. You'll notice that they put these dividers in. Floor.
Are you comfortable transferring up into the truck?
Yes, I can do it.
No wait at all into the safari.
Okay,
Let Mimi through.
And you're gonna be a row one.
We have our own personalized experience on here.
Just for your safety, stay seated at all times. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. Supervise children. Are there any children? There's one high.
One.
And the number one rule, I said stay seated. Oh, face coverings, they got to stay on at all times. But now that we got all that taken care of, take a look above you. There's an animal spotting guide. That's what we might find it as we travel through the reserve. Now, since it's just you guys, if you have any questions, just tell me. To the right, you see that animal?
Yeah.
That black fur? That's called a yellowback duiker. They're really nocturnal, so it's pretty neat to be able to see.
What's to follow us?
Is it protecting its nest or something? No?
Yeah, so those two storks are actually really territorial species, and they'll hang out here. So if any other storks come near them, they're going to try and fight them off.
See it? Right there, straight
Right
up.
there, you see the rhino?
Yeah.
Right, so something really cool about black rhinos.
He's
cool?
chewing.
The upper lip is pointed, and it can move around to help pluck leaves off of bushes and low-lying trees.
Really?
So it's called being a prehensile lip. And other animals will have prehensile lips. Some other animals even have prehensile tongues, so kind of like cows, where they can actually stick that tongue out and move it around. It's kind of longer.
Yeah.
But that method of feeding, eating leaves, is called browsing. And eating grass is called grazing.
Look at this animal, Eva.
So you want to see camouflage right in front of us? This is a greater kudu that can fur.
See him?
So if they were to lay down or stand right in front of that hillside, from farther away it would be very hard to see. So that's a great example of that camouflage. See the cup-shaped ears on top of its head?
Yeah.
You can move them around in different directions to hear anything coming their way. And a lot of the animals here need that exceptional hearing, especially in the parks, because it's harder to see long distances because of all the vegetation. This is the
Oh, look, there's a hippo.
Ever.
Just see his eyes.
You know, it's really cool. Take a look over to the left. There's the rest of the boat.
Oh, there's more.
And they sort of walk or gallop along the bottom of the riverbed. So if you look carefully, you see what I mean. They're just kind of standing on the bottom. And they'll push off the bottom and drift to the surface every 5 to 8 minutes for air. Because they're mammals, they breathe air just like you and I do. They're sleeping right now because they're nocturnal, so they're going to rest during the day and be more active at night, kind of like the yellowback duiker. On the island, there's a pink-backed pelicans, and they get that name for the color of their backs turn during their mating season. They're one of the only pelican species that actually nest in trees. Other pelicans are going to nest on the ground. They're what's called opportunistic feeders. So they wait for prey to get really close to them, and then they can just stop their jaws down with about 2,000 pounds per square inch of force. So they can have quite a variety in their because during the rainy season, it soaks up water, stores it for the dry season. And during that dry season, a larger animal with a tusk or a horn can crack it open and use it as a water source. That water continues to drain out and drink from it as well. So without it, they would be able to survive the extreme heat that's usually found out here on other days except today.
Does it ever have leaves?
Yeah, for about 3 months out of the year it'll have leaves.
Okay.
9 months out of the year it will not. And that's why it's nicknamed an upside down tree, because it actually looks like a bunch of roots.
Yeah.
So look, it's the savannah. It's a vast landscape, and you're going to notice a couple things about this landscape. Look at the grass, it's nice and short. That's because the grazers, the animals that live here, will actually eat the grass and keep it short. Look at the height of the vegetation on the trees. It stops in the same place. That is giraffe height. Giraffes are one of the only browsers on the savannah. So they'll eat the leaves off the trees. Larger animals like elephants and rhinos, they knock over trees by scratching up against them, and they flatten out the terrain wherever they walk, so they're actually kind of like bulldozers. So they're used by local farmers as a status symbol to show off how wealthy they are.
Wow.
And that's their purpose. They're not used for milk or meat or anything. But the horns are a lot lighter than you think they are. They're semi-hollow, so blood will flow through them, helping to radiate heat from their bodies. When it's really hot out, it's kind of like a giant coolant rod going right through their forehead.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
they're free to roam the Serengeti during the day to graze, but at night their owners corral them because, like I said, they're really important. They're a sign of wealth.
Look at
So they'll corral them and protect them from predators like those wild dogs.
Look at the big ant hills.
Yeah, so those ant hills are actually called termite mounds. And termites make them out of dung, saliva, and dirt. They'll dry out, get as hard as concrete. While they're a great home for termites, they also double as a really convenient scratching nose for larger animals. And smaller animals, they can climb on top of it and use them as a lookout. So even something like that can play a really big role in its ecosystem.
I can smell animal too.
Yeah. Isn't this cool, Eva?
I saw on the right, that is called white-bearded wildebeest. That's the second.
You see the white-bearded wildebeest?
Most densely populated. That's what really drives a lot of migration. It's the search for food. Now other animals will also follow them for part of that. See them find the rest of the herd.
Fighting.
So there is a giraffe.
Ooh, do you see the giraffe?
I just see it.
Yep, he's way back there. You see him?
But look in front of that giraffe.
See him, Mom?
Yeah,
See those
I
two
see a
really big
giraffe.
antelope? That's called eland. They're magnificent. That
I
male
see
is
the
about
giraffe.
7 feet tall at the shoulder and can jump up a further 7 feet straight up. They're very, very agile. They'll actually weigh more than
there
those
I see
cows we saw.
You move.
There's a Maasai giraffe. They have a darker, more jagged pattern on their coat compared to other giraffe species. They have those really large ears. A lot of little blood vessels in there. When they fan the ears, it cools the blood off in those vessels, circulates through the rest of the body. So it's a really great example of a heat adaptation. You can see how they can use that trunk to kind of push it to one side and store some grass between the tusk and that trunk.
Is that a young one?
Yeah, so that's actually an adolescent male. I think that is. I'm trying to see if there's another one.
It is a baby. It's an adolescent. So it's like a teenager.
Like a
Eva.
teenager.
Yeah, so that is one of the adolescent males. We have 3 males at Animal Kingdom. The elephants stopped eating their crops. And now these farmers, for doing this extra work, they get another source of income, honey from the bees. Everybody wins. That's the
Yeah,
whole point of animal conservation. Find solutions like that where everybody benefits.
that's awesome. There's another baobab tree.
That's used to make circuit boards and electronic
Yeah,
devices
a
like your
light
phones.
tree.
So the other way to
Light
get
tree,
that is
that's
strip
right.
mining operations, and that just destroys the habitat.
There's another one too.
So, recycling your electronic devices when you're done is a great way to make sure we can reuse that material to reduce demand for those strip mines in the first place. Even little things like recycling and recycling properly can go a long way.
Look at the blue water.
Check out the flamingo. These are greater flamingo, one of the larger species. Look at the one down by the log. Getting some
Yep.
Yeah.
See how it's not that pink?
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's younger.
Okay.
And as they get older, they eat more and more shrimp. And shrimp has an element in it, it's called beta carotene.
Yeah.
That actually dyes them pink from the inside out. So the coloration's because of their diet.
So Eva, do you think if you and I ate lots of shrimp, we
There's
could
some white
become pink too?
You probably would, or you would at least have lighter skin.
I don't know that I'd want to try it.
I have shrimp. I like shrimp.
Yeah, you like shrimp?
Pretty rare to find on this reserve, especially on a hot day. Very rarely makes an appearance. It has a heart-shaped nose if you look carefully.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like a Mickey Mouse nose. Yeah, it's like a little hidden Mickey. But that nice fur coat really helps to waterproof their fur. Or has oil in it, helps to waterproof their fur. Because what they'll do is they'll stand in a river all day and just drink water. Take a look on the
Oh,
left.
yeah.
There's a
Oh.
cheetah.
See it right back there, Eva? Oh.
Oh yeah, he's walking.
Cheetah's the fastest land animal. They can run at 70 miles an hour. Trying to see if I can find any more.
Let's see if he comes up to the front here.
But,
That's right there.
Have you
There's
heard
a
them roar before?
oh yeah, they'll roar all the time. Especially in the morning. The male that's on top of that rock on the end with that mane,
Yeah.
he'll roar in the morning when he is getting ready to go to bed to establish his territory. To let everyone else know he's up there. That way nobody bothers him.
Wow, look
The
at him,
females
Eva.
will roar to establish or to keep track of each other while they're
Oh,
hunting.
look at those animals.
Yeah, on the right, there's a whole crash of white rhinos. There's even a baby. Look at that.
Oh,
You see the baby rhino, Eva?
Playing.
So remember the
Aww.
black rhino we saw earlier? Th're solitary.
They're
They like to
playing
be
with
alone.
each
But the
other.
white rhinos are social. They like to hang out in groups.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
Now, we're getting
Oh.
gorgeous.
Oh.
She is so pretty.
But she sees those rhinos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna feed.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
Oh.
she is so pretty.
But she sees those rhinos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna feed.
They're not- I've never actually seen one on a
Hello.
bus before.
Pumbas.
Pumbas.
Now, you know what's really cool about warthogs? They dig holes in the ground. But no matter where they rest, those sharp, pointy tusks are always facing the vulnerable side. So if they're laying up against a rock, the tusks are going to be facing away. Because that's the side that a predator will come in from. So they can just get up and charge real quick to scare that predator
Oh,
away.
look at it. Look at
Look
it
at the
flying.
baby.
Look at it.
Oh, there's
You know what's really cool? White rhinos don't see very well. Only a couple feet in front of them.
Oh,
But they have
really?
really good hearing. Look at the ears, look at the nostrils. They have really good hearing and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
There's also
whoa,
a
what's
couple of
this?
ostrich eggs.
Oh, ostrich.
They weigh about 3 pounds. You could stand on them and they wouldn't break.
Really?
Yeah, they're really strong. And it keeps growing and growing. So, remember how I said rhinos and elephants are kind of like bulldozers? They knock over trees by scratching up against them. It's a way to relieve their itch. Now, this is the warden's post. The warden's got a lot of really neat projects going on here.
The warden's post, Eva.
See that yellow box hanging down? That's a beehive
Oh.
that the farmers would put around. So those are the beehives for the
Oh, and
farmers.
there's goats.
But check out the Nigerian dwarf goats.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're really adorable. You can find them all over the world because they're used as a dairy goat. And milk can be used in a lot of different things, right? Food
I
items,
can see
recipes.
that we're gonna be here a
It's a really
long
important thing to have. So when you have domesticated
You wanna come
animals like
back?
that can help meet the dietary needs of a
Do
community,
you like this ride?
that community becomes less reliant on local wildlife. So milk you use at home, the different things you use it for, and where it comes from, cows from your local farms, right? If they're not part of your local wildlife, they're
Now it looks like there's a bit of a queue.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what can happen if you come straight to the safari. I've never experienced that before. That was the best safari I've ever been on.
You haven't seen them yet? Okay. Otter Grotto. River otters are cute.
Our safari guide even walked out right with us. That was a spectacular experience, though.
5 hours later.
Well, this is unprecedented. We've had 2 empty cars today on Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is pretty cool.
We're able to
It's a
return.
Rambe Twin Day, which means
Yeah.
let's get hunted for the horns. Their horns contain keratin. You can find keratin in your fingernails and your hair. Poachers believe the keratin acts the same medicinal purpose, but that has not been scientifically proven. And the horns are faced backwards, helping them swiftly tall grass and to avoid predators.
Oh, there's lots of them.
It looks like
So they are very useful.
that's disgusting.
That's
Oh, there's
disgusting.
a hippo. He just came up out of the water.
Ooh, there's one, Eva.
Hippos
See
are
it?
one of the largest animals in the wild, reaching a weight of 5,500 pounds. They are known to spend the majority of their time underwater to protect themselves from sunlight and the heat. And they can hold their breath underwater 8 minutes at a time.
I wonder where all the other
And these
ones
pelicans that you see, these are beakback pelicans. They have a wingspan of 9 feet. And their jaws are strong enough
Wow, look at them now. Man.
as 6 feet. And the baby giraffes can stand and walk on their own within an hour of being born, so you can not waste any time. They're mainly in densely packed herds. They are known to migrate in a group of 1.5 million across 500 to 1,000 miles. And these tall brown mounds passing, these are termite mounds. They're made from soil, saliva, and animal droppings. They are as hard as concrete.
Coming up to us.
Yeah, he's walking up to us, Eva.
The giraffes definitely use the height to their advantage. They'll use their extremely long tongues to reach the leaves and the tallest trees.
going out in the road in front of us. Eva, look at.
Oh, wow.
I think
See
these are
one
like
of these
what-
guys cross really quickly.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
aren't
gonna
they?
be friends.
Turn it around.
Oh, he's gonna come back in front of us. He's indecisive.
They want to own the road.
From
Let's see, as we continue to this
Lord
next
of the
area,
Rings.
we're going to be entering monkey, another one of the largest animals in the wild, reaching a weight of 15,000 pounds. That is roughly 7.5 tons. Elephants are also known to mingle with members of the family that day.
Whoa. She didn't like whatever her baby was doing.
See, elephants will eat grass, roots, branches, even small trees. They can eat up to 200 pounds of food a day. There you go. And looking at the right side, you get a better view of those anchovy cow. Got light pink coloring until after a year being born. So give some time. Yeah, that pink coloring is enough.
Pretty tall.
He's
You also got
playing
these animals on the
games.
right side. You got the bontebok and the
Those are cute.
scimitar horn oryx and the water bucks.
I mean, he does sleep for all but 4 hours of the day, right?
And another
She wants you to
That's
rub.
a picture to it.
Rub.
Oh, look at this one right here too.
Ooh.
Maybe that's a growing up
see
kid.
it?
Maybe it's a kid.
That's another female even.
Yeah, 2 females.
Maybe that's
This
a
is
girl
just
kid.
check out the Animal Kingdom show on Disney Plus. They'll give you a whole lot of information that we may forget, we may miss to give you guys.
Now what's
Prince Post and the Nigerian dwarf goats.
They're so
social,
cute.
playful animals, and they are quite small. They do like babies. These guys are actually full-grown adults. This is also where the wardens like to hang out and take a break in between taking care of these wonderful animals out here in the reserve. Extending, so we've been extending our spot.
Another personal tour.
Another personal tour.
We had a first one, yeah.